Welcome to Akhand Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom. Let's discuss what 108, 108. I have written an integration, annihilation, and generation design of divine nature. There is something very much divine in this particular number. It has been used consistently by nature to design some of the format things. Let's discuss about those things as on date. First thing, spiritual science of 108. Why these three words stand out in this particular combination and what is 108 as such? When I think of one represents unity and integrity. Like Nirankar, Nirgun, Brahman. The formless God is only one. Everything comes from it, is maintained by it, is sustained by it. It exists. So that way one becomes a very important number. There is no doubt because unity in diversity into one is what is the objective of every science and spirituality as such. Second thing, zero. Shunya represent annihilation or elimination. That means everything has come out of Shunya, which is zero, which are talked about it as a Shunya in Rig Veda, and everything has come from where? Even one has come from zero only. So you are literally going deeper into the creation before the creation itself. And no wonder, before the creation, what it was is not known to people as such. But I do agree, statement in Rig Veda, even gods and created were after the creation, even they do not know. But I am of the opinion that we human beings can understand, comprehend, and explain zero even before it was created. And that is again something which I have explained again and again. It is Divyank as such, and zero is the Shunya from which everything has come, and divine mathematics has started from zero. It was not created by Aryabhata, but it was discovered by Brahmins of Akhand Bharat from Rig Veda itself and explained the same thing as Shunya in Sanskrit language. It's as simple as that. When come to the 8, is a very mysterious number. 8 represents generation, creation, infinity. And many of the people have used the symbol infinity and 8 to go around in that particular thing. Even dogs and others would find it very difficult to find the person how it exit from there. It has the tendency of going around and around, and many movies have been made, many written things have been conceived. That way, infinity and other things. If you look at this whole thing, 1 is also infinity, 0 is also infinity, 8 is also infinity. But put together as 108, it is stands out divinity in diversity completely. So I have written at the down, number 108 represent integrated divine nature. Who is able to understand 108, you will understand the divine nature. Once you understand the divine nature, it will be much easier for you to understand the divine mathematics, Divyank, which has emerged from the universe as such, because that is also made of the three parts. As is 108 is three part. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh is also three part. Saraswati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali is also three part. Trinity is something which universally we talk about. Even Trinity is there. So now let's go to the next stage to understand how I have unfolded the whole thing step by step in my own experience and explain the concept one by one clearly. Let's talk about what is written about 108 in books itself. The divine number 8 holds spiritual science. Significance in Sanatana Dharma is well known in the scriptures as well as in Google search itself. Sanatana Dharma stands out. According to Sanatana, 100 holds very spiritual science. It represents a cosmic unity. Again, I'm not saying this is from internet. Cosmic unity is 108. Divergent divine desire on nature and consciousness is also 108. is made statement by others, not me alone. 100 is associated with divine mathematics, is also something with others have spoken, is connected with astrology, yogic experiences, chakras, Ayurveda, sun salutations, mantra meditation, sacred scriptures, yogasanas, and in pranayam. And all of them, one by one, are recommended with 108 mantras. And even rosary is 108, and many things you're going to see in this particular thing. So 108 has been made as a one, as a cosmic number by Brahmins of Akhand Bharat from the very beginning, from Rig Veda itself. 108 is the core of the solar system of Brahma. That's always been made very clear. Now let us explore, enumerate, explain 108 logic step by step, one by one, for the world to understand its beauty. It is only a sectarian core part. There are many more things which can be done, but I'm trying to talk of only the core concept with the uniformity as such, which stands out beautifully. Now they come to the question, a very simple question of 108. It's a simple mathematical design which I don't think many people, but there is something hidden in it. Statement is a square of 1 multiplied by square of 2 and multiplied by cube of 3 equal to 108. This is how divine mathematics, Vedic mathematics, used to be written in the olden days. Now let's understand that. Now 1 into 1, which is square of 1, is 1. 2 into 2 is 4, we all know very well. 3 into 3 into 3 is 27, we also know it. So 1 multiplied by 4 and multiplied by 27, which I have seen in the scale, is 108. But interesting. But do you see something much more than that, this 108 as such? Because I have been very clearly saying one number which stands out very clearly as a divine mathematical number is 7. If you look at that, 1 plus 1 into 1, there are two parts. 2 into 2 is 2 parts, 4 parts. 3 into 3 is 3 parts. Then there is a 7 hidden there also. Even 108, 107 is also seen, which I am quite pleasantly surprised, and many people have written about it. It is not my concept. I am just trying to explain in a simpler language what has been given by many people in the description of 108. Simple. Now there comes to question, occult wisdom of 108. As I told you, 1 into 1 is impeccable wisdom. 2 into 2 is 4, which is Mother Earth is a manifestation. 3 into 3 is 27, this is Sagittarius. This is a statement I'm talking for myself. Occult wisdom, which is Dhanu Rashi. I belong to Dhanu Rashi, and the number of Dhanu Rashi as Sagittarius is 27. And it is said a spiritual science of divine nature is associated with Sagittarius. It's the beginning of spiritual science. An example is me, Shibhushan Sharma, and I have been able to give Divyank, the divine design of nature, which is down as a 22 by 21 to the power of 10.34419, equivalent to 1.618034, is as simple as that. Now, if you look at this particular number, you find one number is 10.34419, which is the design of development growth. If you 10.34419 multiplied by 10.34419, this is the Divyank number, which is also equivalent to 108. Do you get surprised? Even the stages of development, if Divyank has a Brahmank, 22 or 21 is the first concept of development. But you go to the stages of development at 10.34419. 10.344 at stages of development or growth. Multiply the same number is 108. I thought that was also amazing. So this is what makes me feel wherever I see it emerges. Even Divyank, you see that particular number. Now come to the, let's understand Navagraha. It's a 9 planet by and large. This is the picture written by an artist I have explained earlier. You have Sun, you have Moon, you have Mars, you have Mercury, you have Jupiter, you have Venus, you have Saturn. These are the 7 planets which we can see, and all the 7 names go by that. I appreciate the artist who has given this particular methodology, which Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. These 7 very good given by an artist. Then Rahu and Ketu have been added as 8th and 9th. And I made it very clear Rahu is the head, which represents Earth, and Ketu is asteroid belt. So as a result, 9 important parts of the solar system which play a very important role on the human beings start from the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Moon, Mars, asteroid belt, Jupiter, and Saturn. These are the influential part which play important role on the Earth. Maybe let's understand this concept from Navagraha as seen in the temple as we go on to the next stage. Now in this particular picture is how the temple Navagraha is put. In the Sun is in the center, Mercury on top, then Friday, then Moon, then Thursday, Guru, then you have Agrahara is Mangal, then you have Ketu and Rahu on sides and Saturn in the middle. This is most beautiful part which temples use it as a 9 part. And I'm glad I've been able to decipher and say Rahu is Earth and Ketu is asteroid belt, and as a result you can see it as such, not as a negative and positive or positive and negative polarity of moon that Rahu and Ketu are. I do not want to get into the story, but the story also has very clear, it can be explained in solar and lunar eclipses. That description fits into Earth and asteroid belt as such. Beautiful. Now, Vastu Shastra or Navagraha is another interesting thing. It's the same thing which is in temples. But this has made me understand the concept, how this is most auspicious placement given in Vastu Shastra. If you use this concept very clearly, you have all the importance of prosperity, health, wealth, wisdom, happiness, living in a house which is designed with Vastu Shastra as such. And this is again the fundamental 9 part of 108 again. 9 into 12 is 108. So 9 is an important part of that. If you take 108, if you take numerologically, put together, it also becomes 9. 108 is 9. So this is 9. Is it surprising because you're looking from different angle, but you see the same thing? Now to come to the question of, let's understand this Navagraha much more clearly. As I told you, the Sun is the center of presiding system of solar system of where we are living, and then the secret of divine mathematics likes it. So first thing is Sun with 7 horses. 7 horses represent 7 planets including Sun and the 7 days which I have already explained. Now we look at this once again. The presiding deity is Sun, and Sun you can see is the first step, which is Sunday. Monday is Chandra and Moon, associated with Mother Earth. So many people take it, this is more something which you can see, but Earth we cannot see. So it's Moon is taken much more clearly. Many people think it's not a planet, but in Navagraha it's called a planet again. And it reflects the sunlight. That's the very next one it comes. Then it explains about the mind consciousness. The power comes from Sun. The light comes from Sun, and lightning is there. But this light is reflected by the moon from sunlight. And you see, Amavasya, there is no light, and Purnima is a full night. Both ascending and descending things you can see very clearly in moon itself. So that becomes very important, the fluctuating nature, fluctuating aspect of mind which needs to be controlled. Once mind is completely eliminated, like a zero, Only then you can become a yogi, that you can be one with universal consciousness. So zero, all said and done, ascension to this, to that, is again with mind alone, which is the cause for all the kleshas, all the problems. Once mind is completely at rest, then only Atma can show you the universal consciousness. That is what Patanjali is talking about. And same thing Akhand Yoga also is talking about. Control the mind, let inner consciousness, Antaratma, come up, and then let Antaratma, you have a dialogue to understand universal consciousness completely. That is again something which I've been saying from the day one. My Guru is my Antaratma. It is soul which comes from the sun. It knows everything in solar system. It knows everything within me. It also knows the things beyond. So soul is a Guru, and that is what I'm getting and explaining things step by step. It is the information given by my soul to me. Then I have reflected the same thing in the light of modern mathematics, physics, chemistry, and medical sciences, which is present through the scientific things, and trying to show the impeccable wisdom as such. This is very clear. When come to the next, third one is Mars. Mangal is a Tuesday. Is the fourth planet from the sun. This is the one which is biggest thing in the inner core of the solar system, and it is inside the asteroid belt. Is very clear. You can see. Then Mercury comes the third one, which is Buddha. Wednesday is the second planet from the sun. It is symbol of auspiciousness. Buddha Kam Shud. Very clear as well Mercury is concerned. Then comes the Jupiter, the Guru, which is beyond the asteroid belt. This is the first planet outside, is supposed to be intelligent, and is the reflection of intelligence. As such, I have already explained. Once you understand that, you understand Guru very clearly, you understand Navagraha very clearly. And unless until you understand all the 9 planets, you can't understand 108 clearly. That's what I'm trying to show, the relevance of this as such. Then comes the question of Venus, which is Shukra, is a Friday, is a third planet, sun, which is very close to the earth, is the center of procreation, is connected with sacral parasympathetic, it is connected with the mama mark, is created for ancestral debt to be paid, Pitra Rin, so that we are here because of our elders. We should leave behind the legacy of great souls for the world to become perfect thereafter. So that becomes, so that way Shukracharya is also considered a guru of asuras, which talks about the importance of Vama mark as such. Let's leave it at that. Then come to Saturn, is the 6th planet from the Earth, is the outermost planet which we are talking about, and it takes 30 years to go around the sun. So when you take 30 years to go around the sun, each component of 30 years divided by 12 is 2.5, and 3 are considered, one before, one this and that. Is also, astrology is very clear about effect of moon, sun, Saturn, and other planets very clearly. But when it comes to Saturn, Dasha is even more worse than others because it's much more powerful. We'll not go into detail, but Saturn is the last one. Now coming to the question of Rahu. It is called positive polarity of moon by everybody, including astrologers. But I do know Rahu is associated with third planet, Earth in it. Because it's the most important. We don't see, but we are affected by it. We get everything from Earth only, and that's it. And Ketu, as I told you in the beginning, again it is called negative polarity of moon, but I do know is associated with asteroid belt, which is very distinct part of the solar system, which many people may not have given the importance. But according to Tantra Vidya, there are 6 chakras, or Sat Chakra Nirupana is concerned. And most of the people call it 7 chakras. And I call it 10.344 chakras. In that order, Ajna Chakra, Agyan, or Gyan, is connected with asteroid belt only, which is sectarian knowledge spread as such. And that is very remarkable thing. And it has got 28 petals. I have shown it how different, because distance from asteroid belt center from the center of Earth is 420 million kilometers. When that is divided by 15 kilometers, million kilometers is equivalent to 28. I think I've explained that also very clearly. This is where divine mathematics helps us to give a conclusion, because there is no chance for any philosophy or thinking at all. It should be crystal clear in divine mathematics. That's over and over say. Unless that we know divine mathematics, we do not understand nature at all. Conclusion is Divyank as such. Now you have seen the wisdom of 9 planets. I think very clearly now that we know these 9 planets, a very important part of 108. Now let's move on to the next stage to understand the concept little more clearly. Now, spiritual science or divine nature, there are 12 astronomical constellation groups: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. These are 12. There are 12 Rashis again, which I'm going to show you. Again, impeccable vision, 9 planet multiplied by 12 zodiac sign is 108 again. So that is important. So whatever is mathematically designed by nature, which we can see from astronomy and astrology, is very well seen this. Is this a mystery or divine design? It is divine design. So let's see how beautiful it is. Let's go on to the next stage. Now let's 12 zodiac signs and 12 Rashis. That you have in Hindi Rashis: Mesha, Visarga, Mithuna, Karka, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Vishka, Dhanu, Makra, Kumbha, and Meena. Same thing in English is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Circle, Leo, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. These are the 12. And these are connected with the same planets. Now, Mars is a male concept. Venus is a female concept. Mercury is a neutral or hermaphrodite. Moon is a mind. Sun is a light. Mercury is female. Venus, this hermaphrodite. Venus is female. Mars is this. Again, which I've shown. But then Jupiter and Saturn have got different symbols. Jupiter for intelligence and Saturn for impeccable wisdom. That's how I see those symbols. Now, these symbols also make it very clear. 9 into 12 is 108. Now, this is the same thing which I'm showing in the graphic presentation in this. This is how India does talk about it. And both the names are contemporary given on this. Same thing is same thing. Let's move on to the next stage. Now, it's very interesting that zodiac Rashis in India give a name for 108 names only. And this is a copy of 12 Rashi can name. And that each Rashi has only 9 letters. That means 9 into 12 is 108. Is also very interesting. And then I told you my name is 9 Dhanu Rashi. My name is Bhushan. And you can see Bhu right in the middle. That's it. How did our people even name were written? The first letter had to be according to Rashi, and this is something taken very clearly. And I have included Bhushan in part of mine. It stands out again when I say Bhushan is the glory of earth. Also, the name of God is also Bhushan. I think that also speaks and that shows that how beautifully it is as far as ascension of the higher consciousness, spirituality is concerned. That is, astrologers also talk about it. Maybe because I'm in Dhanu Rashi, Sagittarius, also Aries and other things, I'm able to start with the impeccable wisdom from the very beginning. But I'm sure everybody can go. But you see 108 here again. Now come to the question. Let's see a physical proof of 108. Now in this particular picture, you can see Earth on the right side and Moon on the left side. In between, the distance between Sun and Moon is such a way that 108 moons can fit between Moon and Earth itself. I think that is amazing. And this is something which others have also seen, not only me. You can see 108 between Mother Earth and the Moon. I think that's amazing. Second part is a symbol of This is also copy of somebody else. But you have Earth on left side and Sun on the right side. Between Earth and Sun, 108 suns can fit in. 108 suns exactly between Sun and Earth itself. But at the same time, same Earth 108 times is equivalent to the complete Sun size itself. Amazing. How did we do it? And I think no wonder the Indians have spoken about 100 and so important, because this is the something which cannot change. If it is so precise, don't you think we need the divine mathematics to bring clarity on the way we want to think? So in this you can see there are 108 suns between Earth and the Sun, 108th Earth on the surface of the Sun. These are coincidences of wisdom. Wisdom. Because that is the kind of knowledge we need from divine mathematics. Because language of mathematics is the language of nature. Mother of sciences is mathematics. Everything conclusive has to be mathematics. When I look at a conclusive mathematical design in the universe as on date, revealed for the first time by my Antaratma with the help of modern sciences, was in 2015 as a Divyank. But I do agree, 22 by 21 was known to things in Upanishads, and 10 stages of Vishnu are also. Brahma and Vishnu were very clearly known to Indians. But 5 heads of Shiva and as a 5 digits the 0.34419 is not found in any of the scriptures, I agree. Because I am in this particular thing, I've been able to help disclose that concept to the world with the help of IBM's SPS version 21 to calculate. And how I have calculated, I have already explained. Once you see that how your Atma actually, soul helps you to understand concepts step by step, because the way it is designed, because come from divinity, it knows divinity, it can guide, and that is exactly I'm trying to bring impeccable wisdom, so that hereafter we have Divyank, which gives you the knowledge with the research in maths, physics, chemistry, and medical sciences. Again, I'm talking about the core. Once that perfection is level, all the dichotomy, distinction, confusion, everything will disappear once for all. And that is the objective of Akhand Vidyashar. It's the first institute of impeccable wisdom, because we need a uniform knowledge without any confusion at all. For all the students, all the teachers, all the researchers, and all the authors of the world, we need a uniform syllabus for everyone. Let there be the knowledge available on today is very dichotomous, very confusing other thing, and this Divyan can prove it, and 108 also is going to prove in the same process, because same Divyank 10.33 into 10.33 is equal to 108. Now this is a graphic presentation which I have taken from the internet. This picture is not mine, but I'm showing it. What is the moon size, what is earth size, what is sun size, and how they can fit into each other. I think it's beautifully explained in this picture. I think that should be enlightening for anybody and everybody as such. This is a picture from internet. There is a second picture from internet. As I told you, it's Google. Again, you have moon, you have earth, you have sun, and you have seen the same pictures on both the sides, and both you can see between moon and earth 108 moons, earth and sun 108 suns, and 108 earths on that. I think this is amazing whatsoever. This is the most beautiful part of 108. I think this needs to be explained as such, and once that is done, I think we are on perfection to the core. Now again, Akhand Bharat, Brahmins have given symbols for 5 symbols, and that is space, which is circle, or shunya for space. Then as far as earth is concerned, it is square. Then water is crescent. Triangle is for fire. And again, elliptical structure for Vayu. But there is one thing which was missing in the graphic presentation was Akash Bhuta. Akash, you have a circle, agree. Akash Bhuta. People had confused Akash with Akash Bhuta as such. Now, when I think of Akash Bhuta as a fifth state of energy, I think of Pentagon. When I think of Pentagon, each pentagon, all the 5 angles have 108 only. It's amazing. 180 plus 360 is 540. Divided by 5 is 108 is what I've seen. Now I have given a symbol of Divyank down. The outer part, the orbit is 22 by 21. Now you have 10 pentagons in this particular thing itself. Then you have inner structure. So that way also again you come to the 108 only. This is amazing. Even a graphic presentation which I have made, and these two are my contribution for the first time in the history of mankind. I think they speak volumes. I think once we understand that, I think we'll understand, come to the stage that this is uniform knowledge which is required to bring consistency in our understanding one by one. Now, India, Akhand Bharat is only place where rosary beads have 108 beads only, and 108 mantras have to be chanted. And this is what has been recommended for Akhand Bharat, for all the people who are working on mantra, to have 108 mantras and have this particular bead of 108 only. I think it's amazing how scientific were Brahmins of Akhand Bharat and how beautifully they have experienced with their own thing without instruments at all. And this is knowledge in Vedas, Upanishads, other things, for the time when the equipments were not available the way we are. But they had that information, and today's information is so same, speaks volumes of those Brahmins during those days. How did they know it? I think hats up to them, and I'm glad they left behind the legacy of such a wisdom for us in Sanskrit scriptures of Ved, Upanishads, and other things, which I have been able to comprehend much better. Then consistency which is there in Sanskrit scriptures is phenomenal. And I found that because I understand all the languages of the world, and that is what it is simple. Having done that, I think let's move on to the next stage, which is Earth. And every aspect of this is there in this. 108 is in this also. You can see the 0, you can see 8, you can see Trinity, you can see 10 planets, you can see everything. For that matter, when you think of infinity as a number, is 61.8034 is also the number which is infinity number, which I have explained. I think for the time being, this is enough for the day to understand 108. And then let's move on to the next stage, step by step, to understand other things, so that we have a knowledge in videos for the world with impeccable wisdom. I think that should be enough. So thank you very much. Thank you.